Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Abundant Self, the podcast with your host, Jules. Today it's going to be part one of a two-part series, so make sure to also tune in next week for part two. In today's episode, I felt called to speak a little bit about how to overcome this fear of investing. And so investing, this can mean investing money, this can mean investing time or energy, or just putting a lot of effort into something that you're not quite sure yet how the return is going to be. You know what I mean, right? For example, many girls are coming into my lives and they want to change their lives. They want to just, break free of this system, and they feel really trapped in society and in their current reality, which I totally understand. I totally get it because I've been there too. I myself felt myself so trapped, and I was drained and exhausted. I came home from really late from working, night shifts, barely getting paid or getting paid minimum wage. So really poorly. And I just felt like there's much more to life than this. So I totally understand. Yet what holds them back is the fear of, will really something change? Is me making that investment going to change something? And I want to just clarify that it is, not clarify, but I just want to acknowledge and tell you that it is so normal to feel that. It is actually a really good sign, because when you feel scared, when you feel just scared and excited at the same time, that means that there is such a big up level out there for you. There's such a big shift that is going to happen once you overcome that fear. Because if you think about it, back in the days, every single time that you were about to do something new, or even going from middle school to high school, if you go into a new grade and you don't know anyone, then there's this feeling of it's uncomfortable, it's new, I don't have any friends, or, it's just so uncomfortable. And that is necessary for growth. It's just the way it is. And maybe back then in school or as a child, it was with, as I said, with friends or not knowing anybody. And right now it is with money. And you say oh, it's a lot of money. If I spend this money, it's going to be gone. How do I get it back? I just want you to know that the universe listens. The universe listens. It always has your back. And I had this case of one of my past students from Abundant Self Academy that she actually was we were in a call and she was Jules, I'm honest with you. I really want this, but I just can't afford it right now. And I said, okay, no worries. But I want you to know that the universe listens. So you can always ask for a sign. You can always ask for, just a miracle. And if it's meant to be, it will be. And guess what? Only 2 days later, I still can't believe this story myself, but 2 days later, she texted me and she was like, you know what? I'm in, because I did what you said. And for some reason, she got and manifested unexpected money and a large sum of money that she didn't know she would receive, but it was hers. So she basically got money back. And then she could enroll in Abundant Self Academy. And just says that it was the best decision ever. So this is my encouragement to you, that no matter what it is, it doesn't have to be a coaching program. It doesn't have to be hiring a mentor. But no matter what it is, today, tomorrow, and maybe this week, something that you feel this is scary, but at the same time exciting, just do it. Just do it. Just go for it. Because it wouldn't make you feel excited if it weren't meant for you. And the whole return on investment, you have to see it that way. And I know I speak about that all the time, but it's really true that when you do the first step, when you show the universe, when you show God, when you show whatever is out there that you are ready, that you are like, you're doing the step, even though you don't know about the outcome, even though you don't know what's going to happen. You don't need to know. You don't need to know about the how. Just forget about the how. Just forget about how it's going to come back and trust that it will come back. That's all I can say. Trust that it will come back in multiple ways, not just in money, in probably like soul-aligned friendships, in maybe a loving, caring partner, maybe in a job opportunity, new colleagues at work who are just so nice to you. Like, it doesn't matter. Ideally, of course, it comes back, the investment that you make, if it's money, in money, and then double and triple. But that really helped me always when I did a large investment, or even just right now. I yesterday hired a web designer, which felt so uncomfortable. It just felt so uncomfortable because I didn't know I was at that stage in my business right now that I could afford to do that. And maybe I'm not, but I was just like, let's just do it. And it felt like a large amount of money. It was a couple of thousands of dollars that I spent now, and I hired this web designer for me. So yes, it was super uncomfortable. And maybe I could have spent that money on my rent or on other things in my life that are more important, quote unquote. However, I just felt this pull inside. I just felt like, this excitement. And I also knew that, or I just trust myself enough that the money will come back. That's a fact. Money is energy. If you spend, it comes back. If I have this strong core belief that whatever I spend on, how much the sum is, it always comes back multiplied, then this is my core belief, and then this is how it's going to be. And just encouraging you that I'm so with you right now. Like, I've done this investment into my graphic designer, and still now at this point that I have invested into coaches, into mentors, I've done programs, courses, whatever there is out there, I've done it all. And I've spent, even just last year, like over 9,000 euros, or around like $9,000 into myself, my mindset, my future. And still until this point, still until now, it is scary for me to make a large investment over again. You know what I mean? So this like whole feeling of being scared of investing into myself or into yourself, it will never go away. And it might be for you that you come to a point where I am right now, that I'm like, okay, I can handle it. I can do it. I really know that this is my next aligned step. I really know that this is going to bring me further, and this is going to shift some things in my business or up-level my life in some way. And then I just trust myself enough to make that decision and to also fully have my back. And I think that is what I wanted to give you as an insight today, to just have your back. You don't need to justify to anyone. You don't need to tell someone like, or even yourself, you don't need to tell yourself like, okay, now it's time for me to change something or to do something because I'm already in my mid-20s, or I'm already in my late 20s, or whatever. Or it doesn't even have to be the age. Like, you don't need to justify yourself. All you need to do is have the self-trust and have your own back. Because you got yourself. You really, really do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Otherwise, you wouldn't be interested in those topics. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to Abundant Self. You got yourself. And I got you too. Before I forget, quick interruption, make sure to sign up for my brand new free masterclass, Unleashed. It's going to be so exciting because we are talking about how to break free from society, from all the norms, from all these like expectations and, the rules, and how to really break free from that and create a life and live a life on your own terms, and to unleash your full potential. So if this interests you, it is for free. So please come share the space with you on Zoom, July 30th. I'm so excited, and I would love to have you. DM me the word unleashed, or just click the link in the show notes below to sign up and register for free. Now let's get back to the episode. So if for any reason next time you are in front of a decision that feels uncomfortable but still exciting, and you truly know that that is the next right step and that can change something for you and your life and your current situation, then just go for it. Really, just go for it. Or you can even slide into my DMs and be like, hey, Jules, I really need help with this decision. Can we, have a chat or something? I'm always open for that. You know it already. So, trusting yourself. And if you feel like you don't know if it's your intuition or if it's your, your gut feeling, or if it's the voice in the back of your mind that wants to keep you stuck, then try this exercise of feeling into your heart. And I told that a client of mine the other day to really breathe into your heart and think about the decision that you are about to make. And just feel if your heart expands, like your heart chakra, and this exercise truly works. So just feel like, is it expanding? Does it feel like exciting and uplifting? If you think about that decision, and if you think about, the change it'll bring into your life, or does it contract? And does it just feel like, icky? And don't overthink it. Don't think how does it feel, but feel it. Feel it into your, in your chest, in your heart area. Also, placing both palms on top of each other, stacking it on top of your heart, really, really helps when you do this exercise. So I hope you liked part 1 of this mini series, all about investing into yourself, overcoming that fear, truly tapping into the self-trust of, making a decision that you want to make. And maybe you've been wanting to do that for a long time, but you were scared. This is your sign to just go for it. And before you go, make sure to join my brand new free masterclass, Unleashed, hosted by me on Zoom on the 30th of July. So this upcoming Sunday, if you watch and listen to this episode on real time, it's going to be this Sunday, July 30th at 4 p.m. EST. Make sure to join, because it's going to be such a juicy, incredible masterclass of us like-minded women who are ready to break free from society and from all these expectations and norms and rules, and who really want to live life on their own terms and make their own rules and just, live the life that they're meant here. Thank you, my loves, for being here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Abundant Self. Make sure to stay for part 2 that comes next week. And other than that, I love you. I am so thankful for you being here. I hope you took something out of this episode, and I'm sending you lots of love. Remember, 30th of July, this upcoming Sunday, my brand new free masterclass, Unleashed. Make sure to join and register down below for free. I see you there.